Hello you guys, hello, welcome back. So I have this funky little deck called the Deck of Character. I lost the box, but if you want to order one of your own, it's called, I think you just go to thedeckofcharacter.com, and it's broken down into characters, tools, and places. So I wanted to ask, is not if he's planning, will Trump run away to Saudi Arabia? Would he be successful in running away to Saudi Arabia and escaping when the going gets tough? Okay. So here's him when in his vulnerability. He might be farming things that could give him a new life, but with the demon, I don't think he's going to be staying there. And then with the wizard, is this fat? Yeah, here we go. With the wizard, yeah, he thinks he's smart and he's got it all going on, but the thief, so these would be the characters that could help him do what he wants when he's vulnerable. These don't look like strong, I don't know, let's see. If they use their tools, there's a lot more tools cards than there are the characters. What tools do they really have, and what tools will be used? Let's do that. What tools will be used to help the vulnerable man farm a new life with a demonic wizard in another country that would probably steal anything that he has in order to keep him safe or keep him, I mean, just think of MBS. Remember what MBS did to his own family? His brother, I think. Anyway, let me focus in. What tools would be used to help him out? Are these successful tools or what? There. Bulldozer, and to camouflage him and shield him during a war or a battle. There's an open door, but he gets pooped on. There's a door full of shit coming at him. Okay. Oops, I shouldn't have put these here. Sorry. I put them back over there in my little stand, but there we go. Okay, so where's he really going to end up? Is he going to get away? These are the places. Is he going to get away? Now in the tools, I think we have an airplane card in here. I think we have, I mean, there's a lot. There's a key, there's a leap, treadmill. No, he'd never do that, would he? What? Lounge chair, dust. Yeah, he does a lot of that up his nose. Wings, punch. Yeah, I guess the airplane maybe is in places. So we'll see. Okay. How's this? These aren't very big. Okay. What place? What are the places? Where will he actually wind up? Will he wind up running away and be free? Will he wind up stuck in his own body with all of his health issues, where he needs special health care? There we go. He winds up in a circus, stuck in the darkness in his lunacy. He might try to fly away. The demon war and playing this all to me does feel like MBS. And then a river. He winds up, let's see, a river and resurrection. But a hole. If I were to keep going, there's a hole. What's at the bottom? Rainbow, hot springs. Yeah. So would he have to take his whole, the circus of the Trump admin to help him? Now, the cave kind of has those connotations of what's his face too, MBS. But maybe during a full moon or a new moon, the darkness of a new moon. Maybe he does, maybe he tries, because we do have, well, I was asking where he's going to wind up. The airplane could just be travel, and maybe there's something that happens while he's traveling on Air Force One at some point. And maybe the plane goes down. That's interesting. Because why do we have the hole here? The resurrection in a hole. Dumpster maze. Yeah. Heaven. No, he wouldn't go there. Sunken ship. I mean, there's a lot of island. There are a lot of other options to come through. But this is so interesting. Okay, let me try another way. So hold on. I'll use my trusty Kipper deck. We'll ask it that way. Because I've got a mixed message there. I don't have a for sure. Except for that he definitely could have a problem on a plane, which would have to be Air Force One, unless he were to sneak on someone else's plane. Okay, there's his card. Okay, how's it gonna go for him? What's he going to do? Is he going to successfully run off to Saudi Arabia? Or, that's a big region. Dubai. I can't imagine him wanting to live in Saudi Arabia as a thing. There are only certain areas. Okay. So, meetings. This is clan, family, real estate holdings. There's the gift. This could be MBS because I don't think he's much older than 55. Poverty doesn't work well. Distant horizons is this would be the card for running off to a foreign country. He'd have to take a whole lot of money and give it to MBS. And here's his reputation. And his standing for the future. We've got human trafficking here. An agreement, a gift and agreement to give up all the money for the change to a new home. I don't know who the wealthy, oh, this could be somebody that actually goes with him. I don't know that it would be Melania. She has her own life. But somebody that works for him. That would help. And then, let's see. He's crazy. The concern card is somebody who's has severe mental challenges. This would be an older man that would help, but he's crazy like Trump. There would be lots of complaints going on about something to do with the amount of money. Yeah, he would be going back and forth with and having lots of meetings with MBS. Yeah, and the question is, does MBS want to take the risk? Only if Trump pays up. But Trump is broke. Changes have happened and Trump is broke. But he communicates and promises that he has all this money. And over time, I mean, the pathway card is the change that happens within, I mean, a year or two. And here we have, as at one of the corners, we have the lies and the cheating and the MBS that's not trustworthy. Maybe tries to even tempt him with a younger lady who would work for him, but that's going to cost you. You got to pay for that. And then here we do have like the travel card. Something going full circle. But okay, so at the four corners, it's not trustworthy. And they see his mental weakness as a real issue. This, I think, would be MBS's father, who would be supportive to him to make the agreement. And this is all, long term in the future. This is if, his health holds out enough. And the way he travels via airplane all the time with his lymphatic system, the lack of flow within his lymphatic system is not conducive to traveling. But, we don't have an airplane card in this deck. So, but I can see the plan here, but I don't see it actually really going. Like, things would have to develop in a way that brings something full circle. But he's got the plan, and he's got the plan with the money and all of that, like in his back pocket. But does he want? I mean, that's the thing. Because if he did it as his health gets worse and worse, oh, you know what? The answer's right here. It's his mental health that would make him do something so stupid. Or he's needing to get away from complaints about money laundering and human trafficking, and maybe something that comes out from the Epstein files. Maybe this is about evidence that comes out, because I have certain cards in this deck for money laundering and human trafficking, and they're all here. Poverty, distant horizons, toil and labor. So that's interesting. Okay, let me one more try one more system. Let's use the Lennies. I'll use the maybe Lenormand here, and let's see. Is this something that actually will happen? Not just is he planning, but will will it happen? That was just the mice that fell out, which is like, limited options. But let's see, will he actually, would he actually be able to do it successfully and get there? It's like, is that where, are one of those countries with, of course, without extradition treaties, but would he want to die in one of those countries rather than face, I mean, God, it'd be great if he were to go down for treason, but it's hard to do that when you've got the very, very corrupt Scrotus. What is he actually going to do? And will he be successful? Plans are one thing, but actual actions and success, what's the truth right there? Okay, betrayal by an authority figure at the top. Well, let me just get him laid out. Oh, he's guilty. He's ill, guilty, pain, suffering with his illnesses of old age. There's a predator, that would be MBS or somebody else over there in another country that's like, yeah, we'll give you this, we'll give you that. We sent you a plane already, from Qatar, I guess, but yeah, you've got that plane we sent you. Is that what you're going to fly on? I don't know. There we have two predators that want to take advantage of him. There's a network of connections that he does have, but there's something really shocking. This is what actually happens. Something very shocking. The scythe is dangerous, so this dangerous authority and other government, maybe it could even just be, it could be our the institution, the legal. This is my legal card in the Lennies. So the American institution of legal. Yeah. He wants to get himself free of those entanglements. Now this is my Putin card. Putin is a danger to him. Here's an agreement with a predator. Putin has all the dirt on him. Well, they all do. Because, they're all part of the transnational money laundering crime syndicate. So abuse, Putin's abuse and danger, that he could try and free him from entanglements. He would have because this is what is actually going to happen. He would have a battle on his hands, and he would lose. Oh, here's the obstacle right here. What will he actually do? Now this is also, the mountain card is also a card of secret enemies. So secret enemies to help him travel. Again, we don't have an airplane card in this deck, but we have that's the travel card there. Okay, secrets. Secret friends that he parties with. Putin. So here's the whole story. Secret friends that he parties with, secret deals with these predators of the, long time old, elderly, and there's Putin. Promising a new home for a fee. But does he get away? Does he actually get away? I mean, with with the mountain up here, I would see that to me it looks like the obstacle to travel and get there and get away is too dangerous. It's a dangerous decision. But you know what I'm seeing here actually is that the temptation is there. The predatory nature of these elderly people in other countries, like Putin and MBS and, who else? I don't know. And none of them are my friends. I don't know who they are, and I don't spend a lot of time reading up on all the dark, I guess we'll just call them the oligarchs, the dark moneyed transnational crime syndicate full of oligarchs. That would cover all of them. They all party together in high places, isolated from the rest of humanity so that they're not hurt. They wall themselves off and party, and they're predators, but they prey on each other too, right? Because it's all about power with via territory and money. So this card, the bottom line is, this card here, the four corners are really important. So because they frame in the reality of the whole thing. But the house card can be a foundation of safety for he and any of his family. But it's blocked. It's blocked via secret travel entanglements, probably that he can't get there, but he would pay for it. But then this would bring up this huge conflict that will shock him when he figures out that this network of these, the transnational, the money laundering crime syndicate is not trustworthy. He's a part of the club. He's a part of the framework of the oligarchs, all of that. He's in it, but they're not trustworthy. Especially Putin would, flip on him. Putin is, he would repeatedly, he would abusively, repeatedly hurt him. Putin is very dangerous to him. And so you know what, you guys, what I'm seeing here is that they will take his money and they will make plans with him, but he won't make it that far. I don't think he'll make it that far. And the reason I say that is because we've got the cross card up here is just a huge burden. It's worse than the mountain. I mean, the mountain is the obstacle full of secret enemies that are hiding, but it can just be delays. But how do you delay danger? None of that makes sense to me. But this up here, with this angle down to the abuse and the whipping up, whatever to get the money and all of that, and then the predatory conflict and the fight. We've got the fight here. He won't win. But he's got this burden of suffering within his body. This is 45 card, and this was always my card for him. This is a deck that where I was able to see that he would get COVID 2 days before he came down with it. So with the caretaker card up here, there's too much of a burden with his health. It's too complicated, especially his, colon, and the snake could also bring through some major infection, bites, a predatory bite, like any kind of bite that brings on illness, maybe even 2 different kinds of illnesses. So, yeah, and it's shocking and sudden. It's whatever it is that happens suddenly, like the entanglements are not trustworthy. And he himself is too much of a burden to deal with. But they would just take his money. They would take his money. But would they protect him, and would he go free? You don't have good cards for that. I just see them taking secretly a secret plan to take his money and then party on with it. Like, yeah, that was an excellent adventure. Because the network of predators with Putin and they would all come together to just, we'll take care of you. Just pay us. We'll get you, we need this first. And contracts. Okay. Well, that's all I can get for now. But, and if I don't use my intuition at all with the cards, my common sense tells me that he cannot get the best of health care in another country without, see, what he gets in the United States, as in his position, doesn't cost him anything. But if he were to run off to another country, he would have to pay for it, right? And it's too far gone. It's so far gone that his health issue is so far gone. His neurological illnesses, his dementia, it's too dangerous. And yeah, they would take care. I mean, they would manipulate him like crazy and then take care of him in another way. So, okay, well, this is all I can get for now. So Saudi Arabia running off, maybe try. Success, nah. He might have plans. It's too much betrayal going on between these cards, and I don't see him being successful. So, okay, that's it. Bye, guys. Take good care.